It's getting close to Good Friday, and I know at least 3 people that took part in the Good Friday walk to Calvary in St. George's have passed away. Dr. Erskine Simmons, William D. Shield, and Louis Anderson, who was in my class at Eastdown School. The last time that I actually spoke to Louis and had a conversation was at Dr. Simmons' funeral. And Dr. Simmons' first wife, who passed away, she had taught us at Eastdown Primary School. And Louis was talking about how much he really liked her as a teacher, and it's probably part of the reason that he was brightest in the class during our whole time at Eastdown. I decided I would look through some of my old photographs of the walk to Calvary and see if I saw any pictures of Louis, Dr. Simmons, and William D. Shields. And I actually did, and a couple of times 2 of them would be in the same picture. This one is one actually of Simon of Cyrenian, who was carrying the cross. And I'll read that verse in the Bible. And as they led him away, they laid hold upon Simon, a Cyrenian, coming out of the country, and on him they laid the cross, that he might bear it after Jesus. Now, I don't know who is actually the person playing the part of Simon in this picture, but it was quite interesting that Dr. Simmons, who is dressed as a priest in the front, and Louis, who is the one in the back, they were both in the same picture. Now you're going to see how I painted this picture. I drew it in pencil, then I started painting each portrait, starting with Dr. Simmons. You can see some photos of him. One year it rained and they had the event in St. Peter's Church. And this one is from more recent years. Then I started working on Louis's portrait. I worked on Louis's body, then I worked on the cross and on some of the other people. But then I had to try to get a likeness with Louis, so you can see me working on that. And I went back to Dr. Simmons' face. I actually got quite a bit done on Dr. Simmons' face, and I'll probably come back and work on it some more later. But then here you can see Louis, and this is from years ago. This one here, he's walking up Queen Street, and you could see his sister on the side, and then his sister is behind him here. Work on Dr. Simmons some more, and then you can see him playing Pontius Pilate on St. Peter's Church steps. You can even see Eugene Wainwright, the original Jesus, there. I'm going to start finishing the watercolor off now. The biggest thing is trying to work on Louis's likeness. I had done a couple of changes and then I had to work on the likeness more. So I worked on him, and I also worked on the person that was playing Simon the Cyrenian. And you can see how this piece looks as a finished work. William D. Shields worked in the background, mainly working on the scars on Jesus' back. As the Bible says, we're healed by his stripes. And you can see a lady that also did that work in the doorway there. So here's another picture of William D. Shields and Eugene Wainwright. Here's Eugene Wainwright again, and this is one year it rained and they had the whole event in St. Peter's Church, and there you can see Jeanette Smith, who passed away a few years ago. She always played a big part in this event, and you can see many people here who have been participants. Next we have the unfinished church. You can see someone's ear healed. And then it rained that year, so they were in the Salvation Army for a bit. And look at those helmets. That's either 2010 or 2007. The next few shots are of Louis at the unfinished church. He does some real acting here, doesn't he? Look at those facial expressions and his position. He will be missed, especially by his wife, who's walking a few feet in front of him. And there you can see Louis on the right and in the center here. So I hope you enjoy seeing this, seeing how I actually painted it, and seeing some old photos that I found. I think they range from about 2007 to about 2019 that would have either Louis, Dr. Simmons, or William de Shields, and many other people who have participated in this event over the years. I will miss the 3 gentlemen that I knew that passed away in the last year, but you can write in the comments anyone else that you think should be mentioned. Since the last Good Friday event, so many people in Bermuda who are special and beloved and people I had great respect for have passed, and I hope that this comforts their families who will be missing someone special this Easter. Thanks for watching. Bye.